Buffalo. I would have a seat to do this show, but I don't think that'd be too comfortable. It is snowing. It will continue to snow, and the 49ers and the Bills are going to play in a snow globe here at Highmark Stadium on Sunday night. National television. This probably will be the last time the 49ers play in this stadium. The Bills are constructing a new one, the new Highmark Stadium, right next door. That one is set to open for the 2026 season. So 49ers Bills, Sunday night football here in the snow. Behind me, there's a tarp on the field. They'll remove the tarp as it gets closer to game time. They've been working to clear snow from the tarp ever since I got to the stadium about an hour ago. They're gonna have to work to clear snow from these seats because, as you can tell, there is a lot of it. The staircases down are fairly free, but
good afternoon, Bills Mafia. Welcome back to Highmark Stadium, the home of your Buffalo Bills.
They're warming up here for the start of the game.
Good afternoon, Bills fans. Welcome back to Highmark Stadium, the home of your Buffalo Bills.
The PA announcer has to warm up too. So we can take a look at some of the work that's happening down on the field. Maybe I'll even venture down a little bit closer to give you guys a better look at the snow globe here in Buffalo. It is not bitterly cold. It's probably in the low 30s or high 20s. It's nothing like Green Bay in the playoffs a few years ago where it didn't snow until the end of the game. But obviously it is chilly. It's just not, oh my God, my hands are gonna freeze off. I don't have gloves on right now so I can operate my phone. I can actually survive here for the duration of this show. It is, however, a little bit wet. As you can see, there's some shoveling going on right in front of me, so I'm not going to get in the way of that. I'll probably stay up here. I can show you some of the stadium concourses too, if you would like. We step up in this direction. This is the view that fans are going to have when they come down into the stadium through the tunnel. You know, there's always that iconic tunnel shot. For every stadium, it's a dream to see the field for the first time. Well, today, there may not be much of a green field to see. There may be a lot of white. Now, again, this is a tarp on the field. As you can see, there is green underneath it, but once they pull off the tarp, if it keeps on snowing, then it could be white on the field, since it will probably stick if the weather is going to be in the 20s. Normally, I walk through rows. Today, I am not walking through rows. I do not have any gloves on right now. You can see those are my bare hands here in Buffalo. So good and bad news for other teams in the NFC West. The Arizona Cardinals lost to the Minnesota Vikings. It was a comeback for Minnesota today. Last 2-minute comeback, Sam Darnold found Aaron Jones to beat the Cardinals, who were tied with the Seahawks at the top of the division. But the Seattle Seahawks came back against the New York Jets. The Jets and Aaron Rodgers blew a lead in New Jersey, so the Seahawks won. The Seahawks at the moment have sole possession of first place in the NFC West. Now, it was a good opportunity for the Seahawks to lose because the Jets were coming off a bye week, but as we know, the Jets are not very good this year. The New Orleans Saints host the Rams. That's happening right now, so we'll see how the Rams do, and then the final NFC West game of the weekend is going to be here at Highmark Stadium in Buffalo. Now, some history on this place. It was opened in 1973 as Rich Stadium, later known as Ralph Wilson Stadium. Ralph Wilson, the former owner of the Buffalo Bills. Then it became New Era Stadium, and now it is Highmark Stadium. I believe that's a health insurance company that has the naming rights for this place in Orchard Park, New York, where the weather is worse, at least for this storm, than it is up north in Buffalo. Buffalo about 20-30 minutes north of here. They're not getting the same lake effect storm that we're getting. This is coming off of Lake Erie. There was some snow coming off of Lake Ontario hitting Buffalo, but this is Lake Erie, wind effect, lake effect snow hitting Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. So it has buried the seats here, and it has turned this into one hell of a spectacle, but it's going to be a challenge for both teams, 49ers and the Bills, playing tonight. Buffalo drafted the quarterback to be able to handle this as efficiently as possible. Josh Allen is 6'5", 240, 250 pounds. He's physical enough to battle these kind of conditions. He has the most wins of any NFL quarterback since 2020 in the months of December and January. So, and the most wins, 19. Patrick Mahomes is 16 in these 2 months. He's got the most total touchdowns, 56. Number 2, Mahomes, and tied with number 2, Russell Wilson, have 42. So Josh Allen has dominated relative to his peers in this month, and the 49ers, first and foremost, are going to have to corral him to have a chance. Then the question is, how does Brock Purdy handle playing in this stadium of snow? How does he handle the wind? We know that he's coming off of a shoulder injury. We know that Kyle Shanahan says that he's fully healthy, but there may be 30-mile-an-hour winds here a little bit later tonight. Right now, it's not all too windy, but up at the top of the stadium, you do see the flags fluttering. So how is Purdy going to physically handle this game? We know that he's struggled a bit in rain games in the past, but I also would say that every quarterback struggles a little bit more in the rain than when it is dry weather. Purdy also, in the 2 rain games that he's played, has ultimately put the 49ers in position to win both of them. It was at Cleveland last year. He put them in position for the game-winning field goal. Jake Moody missed it, so Moody's also going to have to deal with the conditions here. Tyler Bass is Buffalo's kicker. That's going to have to kick in the snow on the other side. And in the game against Green Bay in the playoffs, yeah, Purdy might have struggled, but then he led the game-winning touchdown drive. So anyway, Highmark Stadium, built in 1973. It's about as old as Candlestick Park, the football version of Candlestick Park. The 49ers moved into Candlestick in 1971. Candlestick a bit older than that. Remember, it was originally a baseball-only facility. The Raiders actually played in Candlestick before the 49ers did. So when a new stadium opens here in Buffalo at the start of the 2026 season, another Candlestick-era stadium will be no more, and that is Highmark Stadium right behind me, the home of the Buffalo Bills. If you guys want me to climb all the way up to the top of the upper deck, give me a thumbs up. You might have to encourage me through the comment section to follow through in that tradition today, because again, it doesn't seem too easy to get up to the upper deck. I think that when I zoom in on the upper deck, I still see a little too much snow up there, so I don't want to have to trudge through snow. I don't want to have to trudge through snow to get up to that upper deck. Oh, look, the tarp is coming off the field. The opposite of the band is on the field. The tarp is coming off the field, so there is proof that there is grass or turf underneath the covering to the field. So that's happening. They're going to play on this field in just a few hours. They've got the 49ers logo and the Bills logo up. Yep, it is Highmark Blue Shield, Western New York, the official health plan of the Buffalo Bills for the stadium, opened in '73. 49ers' last win here came in 2008. They won 10-3 against Buffalo 16 years ago yesterday. Maybe there was somebody sitting in this seat back then. I don't know if that was a snow game. I don't remember. Anyway, you're about to see the full glory of the end zone. It's about to say Bills across the entire end zone here at Highmark. My hands are getting cold, guys. I don't want to get frostbite. I did want to show you guys a good video, and I think I've done that. So as soon as they finish this tarp, we're going to be done with the show. This isn't easy. Some stadiums, I have fun doing these. Other stadiums, it's a lot harder. Here in Buffalo, we're struggling a little bit here with the cold. Anyway, tarp's almost done. They're unrolling. It almost says Bills. I think that's enough for me. 49ers Bills coming tonight. Let me know if you want me to go to the top row of the stadium. You're going to have to leave a lot of comments for that to happen.